Hello everyone, just kind of moseying on in, and I need to really set up a bot to handle my Twitch announcements on various Discords because, yeah. Anyhow, let me go ahead and check some stuff out here. And get things all set up. I have a new microphone pack that I have set up, so hopefully it's of a decent quality. And again, let me go ahead and post here. So, in case it needs to update, going to preload the game up. And let me post here. Go ahead and media stuff. Minus. Okay. Our streams. Just here. There we go. All right. So posted that stuff there. And let me. Where's the. My mouse disappeared. Ah, probably from the game. There we go. Okay. Game lost. Game took over the context. So let's go ahead and jump back over. Forgot to post to the Twitter. Go ahead Come on. Go. Alright. So sorry about that, folks, and also super sorry about being absent for quite some time. I've just been dealing with some stuff on my end, so just kind of making sure that everything's all lined up. Let me go ahead, and it looks like the new microphone that I have is a little bit lower than the previous one that I had, but hopefully the quality's decent. So let me check this out here. And let's go ahead and show off the cosplay. And I may need to, yeah, I'm going to need to adjust the angle. Yes, no, yes. Hey, Zavade. Thank you, thank you. So, as you can tell, I am cosplaying as Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It's also the game that I have lined up for today. So, this is one of the first cosplays that I cobbled together, but I haven't actually shown it off on stream, mainly because I was a little concerned about the top setup. But it does look like I am able to get everything kind of contained so it's not popping out anywhere, particularly down low, because that was the main concern of mine because of the TOS regarding the under situation and setup. So let me go ahead and tweak some settings here. I do need to basically redo the room. And I did source all of the accessories from, oddly enough, military surplus locations, so that's why the actual harness looks pretty accurate, because I did worry about the sort of screen accuracy of the whole setup, and I ended up getting the top and bottoms. I commissioned this from a costumer that works at the studio, so that's what that's all about. So again, I'm probably going to end up like rearranging the entire studio setup, because right now, as it stands, when I'm like gaming, I'm just kind of a vague face over here, and the game is over here, so you're just seeing part of me. But yeah, I think that that would be a little bit better to go back to the original way, even though it's not going to give me as much space over off to the side for the actual streams. And I do have the pole on spin mode, so because of the sticky gloves, I'll be able to hold some poses a little bit longer than others. And because the left arm is much stickier than the right, I'll be able to really show off on the other side rather than on my sort of standard side. So gives me some training as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and I was at the studio earlier yesterday and basically walking some folks through some of the more basic spins like the roundabout, as well as the pirouette spin. Or not the pirouette spin, just a basic wrist roll pirouette. So I'll kind of go over and show those off as well. So on my normal side, roundabout, into that pirouette. And again, I can hold spins for a lot longer, so if I wanted to do, say, a front hook, I can just hang here for days. I also get a huge amount of spin on the spin pole. Alright. And I did that. And... But how have you been, Zavade? I know that I've been away for quite some time. Hopefully the new microphone setup is okay. Let me know if there's anything going on weird with the sound. But also I need to get a dedicated brown wig that I can style, mainly because the current one that I have on is Samus because it was pre-styled in pretty much the look that I was going for Quiet. But it's not quite accurate because Quiet's not a blonde. As I'm sure we'll see a little bit later on with the game, if we get into that. Oops. And I do have, oddly enough, prop handhelds. They actually do the pin thing, so you can go ahead and pop one off. But these are actually for, oddly enough, because I do vape, they are vape juice holders. So, as you can see, the little panhandle does pop off. But on the inside there is a little nozzle, so if I were to fill these up with vape juice, I could, very sketchily, might I add, put these on and sort of ride around town, and people are going to be like, oh no, there's some random chick with live, and I'd be like, no, these are fake, and then have to explain so many different things to so many different officers. Also, I ended up getting a new vehicle. I'm really excited about that because I'll be able to actually get to the studio that I like going to, as well as the other studio as well. My main concern was that my car was stalling intermittently previously, so went ahead and got that replaced, so that's no longer an issue. So you guys may end up seeing, because I do have a key to the studio, live streams from the actual studio. and I'll be able to show off in a larger space. Cosplay, maybe, mainly because there are some restrictions on what you can have, like basically this entire outfit, because there's so much dangling off that can actually damage a pole. I'm probably going to not wear this exact getup, but I would be more than willing to do just the quiet tights, top, and gloves. But the actual harness and whatnot, I'd probably end up foregoing. So, because we do have some folks trickling in, and let me see something here. For anyone that is a longtime viewer and may have been waiting for me to come back, I do have a little bit of a meme to drop on you guys, because it's, well, something that I've had in my mind for a little while. For anyone new to the stream, I am Pole Trixie, certified pole instructor, amateur cosplayer, and lifelong gamer, so you'll see some variation of that throughout the stream. But just wanted to sort of do a little bit of a trolley meme for some folks that may be familiar with things, but kept you waiting, huh? Just wanted to drop that line because anyone that's familiar with Metal Gear Solid knows that that is the popular line, and I think that I do an okay impersonation of Solid Snake, at least the David Hayter version. So hopefully that didn't freak out too many people. And let me... I'm just glad that the outfit didn't end up chroma keying out at all, because a lot of this is green, but it's not the shade of green that happens to be set for chroma key. So if anyone has seen it before, you'll have seen me in my lime green cosplay, or not cosplay, but pole outfit that ends up going completely invisible. So it looks almost like that scene in Bob's Burgers where Tina ends up being completely just a literal talking head while she's presenting the school news. So, fun fact about this cosplay is that I actually first debuted it 2 years ago at a convention, and I ended up getting some professional photo- professional photographs taken, and I really enjoyed that. And I do have a prop rifle, but since... Hey, Spitsies, how are you today? So, with that, the fun thing about the prop rifle that I've got is that it does actually eject shells out, so I can actually do the bolt action on it, and we actually have a really great action shot where it's got me just basically slamming the bolt back, and it's got the shell ejecting, and it's just a really cool action shot. So almost exactly 2 years ago is when I first debuted this cosplay. The top was different, the bottoms were different as well. I ended up basically trying to commission a cosplay so I could get the full look, but they ended up basically messing up absolutely everything. They didn't even have the little props that we have here. So had to source these out from somewhere else, had to source out an entire new harness, new holster, and also source out a brand new bikini as well. So it came with absolutely nothing. Hello, Battle Machine. How are you today? Thank you so much for the follow. You'll be accumulating what I like to call pleaser points. They're the little heals that you'll be able to cash in for various sort of rewards. So instead of the bit menu, if you wanted to request a level 1 move or something like that, you can accumulate those points and use them for that. You can also have me give you a little bit of a shout out on stream. And we just, thanks to Battle Machine, hit the official 180. And Herc Evivo, thank you so much for the follow. But yes, I think either one or two of you ended up... Okay, so Battle Machine 07, you are officially the 180th follower. Thank you so much for that. And Herc, thank you so much for the love. You are the 181st follower. So hopefully you guys like what you see. I've been pretty inconsistent with my streams, unfortunately, but I am going to work on being more consistent. So you'll see me more and more throughout the next while. And I do have a birthday coming up on this upcoming Tuesday. I will be streaming. I'm not sure if I'll do like a full 24 hours, but I'll at the very least be streaming for quite some time. I'll be starting early, probably around noon, and we'll see how far, noon Eastern time, and we'll see how far along we can get there. Maybe actually a little bit later than noon, probably around the normal stream schedule time of 3. I was just thinking it'd be easy to go like noon to midnight or noon to noon if we end up going for the full 24. I do have a massive number of cosplays that are available and can be requested from pleaser points as well. Those will need to get built up, and obviously bits and sub can be also used, but I do know that if we do have some more veteran people that have been here for a while, you'll be able to use the accumulated pleaser points to request different cosplays. I'll be maybe doing some cooking. Haven't fully decided yet, mainly because I do like cook en masse when I am cooking. And a lot of people have said that from the items that I've described on the menus that I've made for the me and my roommate, they're interested in seeing some of the cooking, so I may end up doing that on Tuesday as well. Pretty much it's just going to be hanging out, doing poll stuff, cosplay, playing some games, and just having fun. Since it is my birthday, just kind of wanted to hang out with you guys because don't really have any plans, thanks Rona, and my family's actually busy as well, so you'll see me on Tuesday the 21st. I'll be here for quite some time. So just wanted to get back into the swing of things and streaming to let you folks know about that, as well as just to get back into the swing of things. I had actually also spent some time away from the poll studio, so you may see that I'm a little bit fluffier. But that's going to be pretty easy to work off between streams, as well as just me living at the studio next week because I took the entire week off. No, I'm not going to be streaming the entire week like in a row, but you will see me more consistently as sort of a way to come back and say, hey guys, I'm not dead. And again, for anyone that is familiar with the Metal Gear series, hey Nog! Thank you, Nog. Thank you, thank you. You'll be in podcast mode while trying out the sweaty goodness in the Ring Fit. Alright, sounds like that's going to be quite a bit of fun, so hope that you enjoy getting sweaty. I'm planning on getting at least a little bit of a light sheen as well, just from dancing and pulling around. And for anyone that's new to the stream, I do have the ability to instruct in poll. However, since I'm not there to actually see the technique that you're doing, I do not recommend that you follow along. However, you can use it as a general exposure to poll in general, so you can see what it's all about and try it out in a studio. And you'll see that I do periodically clean the pole. Mainly because even with the gloves on and whatnot, sometimes dirt and sweat build up on it. So my grip is less than optimal. Femo! Hello, hello! Welcome back. Sorry guys, I have been absent for quite some time. I really need to basically just get things cleaned up. Thank you, Femo, thank you. And because of the memeability of it, and if you're familiar with the actual series, again, risking basically freaking out some people, but I think that it's going to be kind of funny. If you're familiar with Metal Gear,
Kept you waiting, huh?
Since I've got halfway decent, in my mind, David Hayter Solid Snake voice, I just wanted to do that, as well as Quiet's Quiet, because uh, she's actually secretly Solid Snake, so just a fun little idea that I had in my head. But I will actually work on being more consistent with streaming, mainly because it has been a hot minute since I've been back on. And I was saying earlier that I ended up having to get a new car because, well, new to me, it's gently used, so it was a 2020 model that was pre-owned. Got it for a decent price for it overall. My other car was just on its kind of last legs. It was stalling out intermittently, like while idling at red lights. So I was really concerned about that for getting to the studio. So that was like a huge pressure and a huge like stressor on me. So I was like not going out at all to the studio. I wasn't doing like anything for streams because I was just like, oh god, I'm just worried about that. Also, I was helping out by looking after my roommate's pups. They were really, really good, but I have trouble sort of segmenting my life, so I was like in full-on dog mode. So I was like, okay, I need to make sure that they go out like every 3 to 4 hours, so I'd worry about getting them out. So I was like, okay, am I able to stream? Do I have time to stream? I've got to cook food for me. I've got to make sure that they're fed. So I was just in like full on like concern mode because of them. But I did get that sorted out, so I'll be able to get to the studio now, and since I do have a key to actually get in, I may end up doing like, obviously I'll clear it with the folks at the studio owners and make sure that it's okay to do live streams there. But I'll do like maybe some mobile streaming for you guys so you can see what it's like in an actual studio. I was saying that you'll probably not see like full on like accessorized cosplays like this, mainly because the straps and the jingly bits are a little bit risky for a pole. They can scratch it up, but since this is my personal pole, I know what damage I've done to it, so I'm okay with assuming the responsibility for my actual pole and the damages. So you'll probably see me in a much wider space, so I'll be able to actually show off a lot of the moves that I haven't really been able to show off, like the carousel spin, the actual blind hand grab, as well as some of the much more advanced tricks, like the Holly Drop, which is one that I really enjoy doing, mainly because it looks so sketchy, but it's actually pretty safe and secure, as long as you know what you're doing. Obviously, I wouldn't say, okay, this is day one, you're going to learn how to do a Holly Drop. You're going to do a castaway, catch into a Jasmine pose, and then basically fall down into an inside leg hang. I would not do that to anyone, unless I could tell from sort of them just generally showing off on a first session of like, okay, here's all that I know how to do, and then I'd be like, okay, so that's within your skill set and your range, so let's go ahead and work on that. Start out on static pole first, because spotting someone on spin is a lot more of a hassle. And also, if you ever get into pole fitness, don't spot people when they are wearing heels. That's how you can lose an eye. Not that I know anyone that's actually, like, lost an eye. I just imagine, you know, you're pulling along and then all of a sudden, stiletto straight to the face, which would be pretty bad. Yes. Just go after all of the meanies who wanted to cancel Pole Trixie. Just... Look out, Zavade. I'm sure that I could probably be like, hey, Zavade. And maybe treat Zavade like the little plague doctor here. Just go steep, steep, steep. I wouldn't actually do that, mainly because I know, unless I'm actually on the pole or pole silks, because even though it doesn't quite look it, I am a much heavier girl than I appear. A lot of people have been like, hey Trixie, how the heck do you weigh X number of pounds? You hold it really well. I'm like, well, I'm dense. Like, there's a lot of weight in the meat of my thick thighs, as well as you can tell from me not actually streaming or polling for a few weeks, hold it in my gut as well. And if anyone here follows me on Instagram and wants to actually see the props that I have, again, more so, I didn't make any of this cosplay. I sourced it all out from various places, but I did end up sourcing out a prop gun for the actual look. You'll be able to see that on my Instagram or Twitter. I did share those there. I'll also see if I can dust off the original one where I actually do have a brown wig on, so it looks more accurate to the character. I need to actually either restyle that one or get one that's actually a ponytail that's brown. I do have the Sailor Jupiter one. I just need to get that one and kind of do a little bit of a restore on it, because I did end up like actually pulling in it for a couple hours, and the funny thing is, the cheaper the wig that you get, the less that it can last for heavy use, including like going all out on the pole. So it ended up with a couple of snarls and tangles that I do need to work out. A little bit of a drop there and a sit. one of the things that I do like about this cosplay is that I have all of the little dangly things, and I can actually like put the mic pack in the drop holster, as well as when I'm actually at a convention, use the bag here for, well, basically pretty much anything. This is actually a pretty large bag. So I was actually wandering around the convention hall 2 years ago with pretty much an entire setup in here. And I do need to find the little clasps and get this reattached here at the hip or at the back. I forget what the most accurate look would be. And also, at some point, Bush, if I were doing a Rambo cosplay, I would actually have a bandana as well as a bow. Also, I would be topless, and also I'd have to bind these bad girls down. This is Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I know that the hair isn't exactly accurate, but I did work on making sure that the harnesses were at least close to accurate, as well as the makeup for it. A little bit later on, I may actually play the game a little bit, so you can see that. And I did actually end up getting the cosplay shoes that go with the cosplay when I originally got the set. They don't exactly have the best foot support in them, so they're not exactly good for wandering around a convention for several hours on end. I learned that the hard way, mainly because I was like on my feet for 6 to 8 hours, just kind of standing around looking at all of the swag and stuff that the vendors had, and just being like, my feet are dying. So how is everyone doing today? Are you guys having a decent Thursday or Friday, depending on your time zone? And let's see here. Oh, wow! That's really quite cool, Femo. Really glad to hear that. So, who were you? Ooh. Power just looks really, really kind of cool. I I'm just going to give you the, she just looks really, really classy with the suit that, at least, let me just verify. I'm pretty sure that I'm thinking of the same, character. Power from Chainsaw Man. Maybe not suit, but, the... Grr. The sort of business casual kind of look that she has going on. But then again, I'm also kind of a fan of, don't tell anyone, Femo, but I'm definitely a, big fan of, ladies, rocking suits. So, the shirt and tie look is definitely a, one that I kind of like. Tell everyone, Spitsies. If Spitsies, if you tell everyone, I'm going to let everyone know that you're going to be the new Dragon Maid. Or Nog's going to be the new Dragon Maid. Because, I mean, you both have the dragon outfits, and you said that there's possibly a maid outfit that's going to be ordered and on its way. So I'm thinking, Yep, I definitely think so as well. Also, those little things are definitely a another kind of hallmark of that weebs would enjoy. Spitzy's always lurking? What? I mean, I also kind of lurk, unofficially. Gotcha. Now, the maid outfit that was in that video that was shared on your Discord, or Nog's Discord, rather, that one I actually have the same model, and I ended up trying to go with like the extra large or the extra large, and it is so tiny that that was actually one of the first cosplays that I tried before I had a sewing machine to modify it, and it did not go over well. I tried to like really open up the back, and it ended up basically not working at all. The material isn't stretchy, so I would definitely say probably refrain on that. At least that particular model. But let me... So, I would definitely say if you're going to go for... Yeah. Now, I'm not really sure, size-wise, what Nog is, in context for, like, guys, but, I did end up getting a, maid outfit that's, for Ram and Ram from ReZero that I did show off on stream once, and then I need... So, in my hiatus, I didn't actually end up accomplishing anything. I've been a real butt about that, unfortunately. But, let me look that up. Oops. Searching orders made. But I would say that the one from AINIEL, I ended up ordering a, let's see here, what size did I end up getting? I think I ended up with a 3X, maybe? Triple XL, obviously that's for Asian lady sizes, so it's super tiny. But the that one was okay, at least. And Amazon. Let's see here. Orders. Sign in real quick. And L. Okay, so let me get that link. I would say that this would definitely fit like a women's large to extra large, which means that it's going to be a little bit smaller since Nog is a dude. But I'm not really sure size-wise, guy sizes, what he is, so... But let me go ahead and post here. So you might be able to get one, but again, so I'm like a medium to large guy size, so I, again, don't know Nog's sizing. Let me look something up for you real quick here. So, ooh, yikes, that is like crazy expensive, but it does look like it's like super shiny kind of material that might be something that you guys would be looking for. It's really hard to tell though. And of course, you know, quality and stuff does vary. And Amazon doesn't always have the best representation of sizes for everyone because it's like, oh hey, we can get this for you for $40, but it's being made in China, so it's going to be Chinese sizes. Let me... take a look. Here. Yeah, the one like the Ellie Bell that looks like the one that was featured in that sort of TikTok that you shared. That one is like super cute, but from my own experience, it doesn't stretch at all. So unless you're getting like exact dimensions where it's not going to be the variance of like an inch or two, because that's an unfortunate side effect of buying cosplays online. The sizing can vary, um, where it can actually be like a few inches smaller than the actual posted sizing. But since I did see that we have, at some point at least, we had Galba, and I know that Galba loves seeing the various cosplays that I have. Going to real quick show off what I have right now. This is Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I did get the harness from a military surplus store, so I went with the older Alice model because that's more accurate to the 80s and even the Vietnam era, because that's what was used before they incorporated the Molly bags and whatnot. So I've actually got like a full setup and supply of that. I've actually got a, and I need to fill it up with various supplies and whatnot. But I can do like a bug out bag with all sorts of things in a military style bag. I also need to get like maybe a cot and tent. I've already got a sleeping bag, just in case the world ends and we end up having to run away. I've got a new vehicle that I can fit the pole in, so if you ever hear about the world ending, you'll know that I'll be in a cabin in the woods with my bug out bag and my pole. And like a handful of cosplays, so maybe if the cell network doesn't go down, you'll see some random cosplayer just out in the middle of the woods, live streaming just to keep people sane, and doing pole stuff in cosplays. But I do have a much wider angle lens coming in. It was supposed to drop in earlier today, but it hasn't yet. But you'll be able to see a little bit wider of a field of view. My green screen actually ends up going like way out. You can't see it, but angle-wise, it would basically go more to my elbow. Like, let's see here. That cuts off. And also, this one goes way, way out over here. So you'd be able to see a lot more of the pole, and you'd also be able to see top down a lot better as well. I'm going to redo the stream and studio setup, so you'll be able to see a little bit better. And also where I'm not kicking everything when I'm actually polling. I just need to work on reorganizing and cleaning. I've been putting that off for like, well, pretty much forever. So sorry about that, folks. I did do the one major remodel so I could do the content that I put on YouTube, but that ended up, I enjoyed doing that. It just it might be easier for me to do things a little bit differently. And Double X Processor, thank you so much for the follow. Enjoy accumulating your pleaser points, the little red heels that you'll be able to use to cash in to request different spins and different moves, as well as cosplays if you hang out long enough to build up the appropriate number of points. We also have bits and subs and all that stuff, so that's wholly up to you guys. But let's see here. Since I don't have any new cosplays yet, but I have ordered a few. I do have a, I'm sure that Zavade as well as Femo are going to be excited about these, but I do have a succubus cosplay coming in. It's just a succubus bikini, but I do have a another swimsuit that's inspired by a character coming in. I'll actually give you guys a little bit of a potential spoiler. So I may be wearing a hat in the near future. I'm not sure when it's actually going to arrive. I did order it from MGSV Costumes a little while ago. And I was hoping that it might be here by Tuesday for the birthday stream, but it might not be. Probably won't be, because they do have to send that over from overseas. I did pay for the extra shipping. I've also got some cute sets that will go well with the sort of Japanese schoolgirl kind of look. So you can probably expect to see some stuff there. Possibly as like not Rem, but Rei and Asuka from Evangelion, because I did do the Evangelion stream. What other things do I have coming in? Got some... I'm pretty boring. I've got some screws and nails for hanging different things around the apartment, as well as modifying a set of wheels on an ottoman, so we'll actually be able to have it out without the dogs like slamming it into the sliding glass door that we have for the porch, because they like doing that, and it freaks both me and the roommate out whenever they do it, because it's loud and it's very concerning when they do that, because it does sound like they're going to break through and that would just be bad for everyone. So, Processor, welcome to the stream. Do you have any questions about what you're in for? I am Pole Trixie, certified pole instructor, amateur cosplayer, and lifelong gamer. So you'll see some variation there in of those. Right now, just kind of getting back into the swing of things. Aww. Thank you for the love. So, enough lollygagging. Let me, I'm terrible. I am absolutely terrible but I just had a really bad pun pop into my brain in terms of, right now I think we're going to play, sorry, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Just gonna play that a little bit. So let's go ahead and make sure that the game capture is set up properly. And Phantom Pain. Let's go ahead and mute that. Jump in here. It has been forever since I've actually played this game. But you'll see that I did like put in a lot of points for the actual game itself. So originally I played this on the PlayStation 3. And let's see here. Okay. Sure. Terms of use, accept. Last updated TOS for the Phantom Pain was 2017. And accept. Sure. Basically, I'm now signing myself up for all sorts of disaster in terms of if they wanted to come after me. And, okay, we've got forward operating base. Ooh, anti-materiel rifle. Okay. Event period from... Okay, so it looks like they still do events. Let's go ahead and close this. Again, it's been a hot minute since I've actually played the game, so probably going to take a little bit of getting reacclimated to the game itself. Here we go. NVIDIA, the way it's meant to be played. Sorry, I may bust out the Solid Snake voice from time to time just because I like doing it, and I know that they wanted to go with a bigger star, so they went with Kiefer Sutherland. I'm perfectly okay with that. So let's go ahead and continue. But David Hayter is always going to be my Snake, sort of like some people that are familiar with, like say, the Doctor Who franchise. Like David Tennant is their Doctor versus Matt Smith. Okay, there we go. Cool. It actually says what things are. And if I wanted to sprint, push in that. That's for changing that. That's for going prone quickly. That's for slow. Okay, and that's for scaling different things. And let's see if I can actually be a sniper. I am playing on a controller. So what was my actual mission objective again? I don't know.
Plant expansion complete.
Oh, hey.
Presence detected. The map has been development project has been added.
And mission. Side ops. Target practice on Mother Base. Mine clearing. What am I actually doing right now?
Please select a mission.
Rescue the intel agents.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Once I'm able to replay through some of the missions, we'll go ahead and actually do that. But right now, I think I was like doing a lot of side quests, mainly so I could like kind of build up currency as well as area of operations
Enemy
is different. Okay,
detected.
so I'd have to go back to Afghanistan for that. And I was also recruiting different people for Mother Base. Let's see here. Combat deployment. It has been like literally months, if not over a year since I've actually played. So that's probably why everything has been sort of reset up. Let's see here. So destroy the new fighter aircraft. DD deployment time. Not currently. I could actually I could probably go back to Mother Base and end up doing some forward operating. Let me actually request a pickup. For pickup.
Select a landing zone.
And let's go ahead and let's go back here.
Requested.
And they are, oh wow, almost a full kilometer away. So let's go ahead, jump back into the truck. And let's see how bad I am at driving in-game. It actually kind of is. Let me actually... let's actually find a mission. Not side off. As you can tell, even with the side screen, the menu open.
Select a mission. Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Shortly.
They're probably hostiles.
This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Okay, so my pickup is quite a ways away, actually. Not terribly. Whoops. This is what happens when I haven't played a game in quite some time and I'm trying to talk to and like I have no idea how I ended up in the current place that I am, so we'll go ahead and just bail out of there. Go ahead and have the truck taken away. So that is not a valid route. Darn it. Okay.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Can't scale that. Okay, so let's look at the map. LZ is where? Okay, so that is if I wanted to extract some stuff. Dumpster. Dismiss. You can go away, Mr. Helicopter. And let me go ahead and request some supplies. We're gonna get some ammo and Fultons. We're going to have them drop that. Okay, so that's that area. And there's a mission here, so the Where is the other objective and mission? Let's go ahead and just have them drop that up ahead.
Supplies requested.
So right now did I end up getting the suppressor? Yes, I do have a
Supply
suppressor
drop
attached.
complete.
So one of the things about the game is you don't have basically a full assortment of like weapons until you actually develop them. So you have like a basic tranquilizer gun. It doesn't immediately start out with a suppressor, doesn't immediately start out with like decent sights, so you do have to basically build up your GDP to end up getting the ability to actually make those weapons, and it does take time, in-game time, so you can't just basically start development for a bunch of stuff and then like not play the game for months on end, and it'll... Oh. Really? I ended up dropping this on the side of a mountain that I can't get to. Darn it. Okay, so let's try that again. So this is going to end up, again,
Please
kind of
select
costing
a
me
drop
money.
point. Supplies requested.
But let's go ahead and... So I currently have a... Okay, so I've got a riot shotgun
Supply drop complete.
that has a suppressor attached to it. I also have a sniper with a suppressor attached to it. And I have the tranq pistol with a real... I keep just dropping stuff on the top of mountains.
Please select a drop. Supplies
You're going right there
requested.
on the road. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Supply
Since I
drop
can't
complete.
figure out... There we go. And I'm going to get all my stuff back. There we go. Alright, so now as you can see, I've got more ammo. And... let me go ahead and reload. And the suppressor level down there in the bottom right of the screen, you'll see the little white bar in the lower left section of the weapon details. That is the lifespan
Extraction
of my
arrived at database. Enemy presence
current suppressor.
detected. The map has been updated.
Okay. So I can actually capture bases, helps with,
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
and I can also use like a quick scope
Analysis
to
complete.
tag different people. And there we go. I do have night vision,
Analysis complete.
so that definitely helps with being able to spot people.
Analysis complete.
And obviously you don't always want to get people knocked out straight away, because that guy that's off to the left that I also tagged saw me tranquilize that guy, but because I tranquilized him first, he's going to fall asleep while he's checking out his buddy there. And because it didn't give me the message of area cleared, let's go ahead, night vision. Okay. And as you can see, it's actually supplies. Not everyone has been tranquilized yet, so there we go. And let's go ahead and line up the target, and headshot. And there's another guy somewhere. And basically I just smacked these guys with a couple of beanbags, knocked them out. That is the non-lethal shotgun option. And the reason why I'm doing things non-lethally is you can end up capturing people and having them contribute to your base building.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
So I'm not going to basically be...
Extract him.
I need to go through and sort people because not everyone that I captured just now is going to be like super amazing. Like if I look at them with the scope, I'll be able to see skill-wise. The highest skill that this guy has is combat at a B rating. Whoops. So could I have gone with like a with a lethal way of taking care of that guy? Absolutely. But again, sort of just reacclimating myself with the game and combat. Awesome. I'm glad that you like it, X-Processor. And the character that I'm cosplaying as is actually one of the characters from the game itself. And let's go ahead and just turn those off. And somewhat realistically, the night vision goggles have batteries attached to them. Not so realistically, my kneecaps didn't explode out of my chest when I ended up dropping down from 15 feet in the air. I would not recommend doing that. But the batteries, if you look at the bottom of the screen underneath the goggles, you'll see another couple of like white bars that will gradually go down, and if you turn them off, they will recharge themselves a little bit. I don't think I got notification. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take that vehicle, and let's find a mission to actually go on. So let's go ahead, mission list, you accept missions. Okay, so accept that mission.
Accepted.
And let's go ahead and extract the material containers, no. Make the armor. Okay, so that's the mission start point. And let's go ahead and detag that one, and Bravo was there. So now we've only got the one objective marker on the screen. And basically the story so far is John Doe, aka Naked Snake, aka Big Boss, aka Punished Snake, and in this one Venom Snake, basically was a soldier for this, well, agent for the CIA who was tasked with going into Russia to extract a Russian scientist who was building a super weapon. And then things went south on that mission, and he ended up having to fight his, basically his mentor, and then he ended up getting, and if you hear that humming, that's
Enemy
actually
presence
the
detected.
character that
The map
I'm
has been updated.
cosplaying as. Let's see here, where's Quiet located? There she is. So, let's see here, buddy, support, Quiet. So let's have Quiet just hang out there, and let's go ahead and drop a marker on her.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Do I have a way up there? Possibly. I have the ability to... Let's see here.
Enemy
Okay,
presence
actually, that
detected. The map has been updated.
So, Snake Plissken from the Escape from LA and Escape from New York series, they actually based the model of the original Solid Snake from both Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid on him, as well as the eye patch for Big Boss. So it's not the same character, but it is
Enemy presence
very
detected.
similar
The map
in
has
terms
been
of
updated.
sort of the general feel and look. And folks were looking at me. So that's what that was. And that's why I ended up just not sprinting anymore. So basically, right now we're playing as Big Boss, who was the commanding officer for Solid Snake back in the original game. And Quiet is over there.
Enemy presence detected. The map
So we took
has
out the
been
guy
updated.
on the... Okay. And... have... Okay. So basically, we're in the past right now. This is the 5th game in the series, but like the 4th game technically. Well, 5th full title. Um, it's interesting because we've got Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. We also have Metal Gear Solid series, which was actually first game there, was the 3rd game in the series. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. We also have Metal Gear Revengeance.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
And that would actually be a nice addition to the team, so let's go ahead and chest shoot him. And let's go ahead and head shoot him. So then that guy should be going down momentarily. The closer you get to the head or the heart... Ooh! I would definitely recommend it. If you enjoy... Well, obviously, the first game on the PlayStation 1 is not going to be the most graphically advanced or gameplay advanced one. If you want to get the same story, but with a lot more sort of schlocky action, but also a lot more of a more enjoyable gameplay style and whatnot, I would recommend either on GameCube or if it is available on Steam, playing the game Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. That's the first Metal Gear Solid game. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Okay, Strawberry Princess. Snake is dummy thick and the sound of his act. What's that mean? The sound of his, I'm dummy thick and the sound of my ass cheek clap is alerting the guards? Let me actually look that up. But yes, hey Strawberry Princess, welcome, welcome. So glad that you could make it. I am currently cosplaying as Quiet, as you can see. And Quiet is my companion on the game as well. Let me find that quote real quick. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. Let me actually redo that, because I think that I could probably get it a little bit better. Let me channel my inner David Hayter. And since he ends up smoking a lot... Oh, fun mechanic in the actual original game is to originally see laser lights, you have to smoke. I do not condone smoking. I'm actually a vape enthusiast myself, but let me go ahead and, again, channel my inner Solid Snake for this. So, smoking. Alright. Sorry, guys. Alright. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. There we go. I think that was a little bit more gruff and in line with Solid Snake. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little bit of irreverence, and also another quote from the games, at least Metal Gear Solid 2 onward, because they do kind of try to fit it in various ways. Strawberry Princess, kept you waiting, huh? So there's that. And is there a prisoner in there? So there's a... Okay, so Quiet's located up there. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that off. As you can see, there... quote-unquote, I am. So might be easier if I were to do a deployment with quiet. And it's okay. Oh, duh.
Analysis complete.
Okay, that's right. I didn't end up... I've actually been absent for a little while, Strawberry Princess, so it's also been kind of on me, and I've been keeping folks waiting as well. Let's see, oh my goodness, this guy is like a tank when it comes to repair and development. Okay, sorry, but I'm going to be taking you, and... Oh, thank you, Quiet.
Clouds approaching.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, Quiet's gonna be in a place where I can actually see her, probably. Maybe? Okay. But yeah, because I haven't really been around, that's... This is true. Life does happen, but unfortunately I've just been kind of a bum, unfortunately, for a little bit. But I do plan on being on a little bit more consistently, and also, I plan on being on Tuesday, which is going to be,
Caution, rain approaching. Sun will rise momentarily.
So I'll be on Tuesday, which happens to be my birthday. Just wanted to spend it with you guys because I'm not going to be spending it with friends or family. There we go. Okay. So take out that little communication device there. And let's see... Okay, so last known position, so they kind of know that I was there. Okay, yeah. Behind. Yep, I'll be on for quite some time. I'll be starting at 3 and ending whenever, I might do a 24, I might do just a 12, I'm not entirely sure. It won't be a watch party thing like last time, because that ended up not going over as well as I had hoped, because not everyone has Amazon Prime, I realize now, and you actually need it to do that. So we may end up like watching, because it is build up to spooky season, watch some spooky stuff on the YouTube. Possibly going to try to make some food as well, so partial cooking stream, as well as obviously cosplay, poll, and other debauchery, depending on how crazy I'm feeling. Might even do like some chair stuff. Teach you all how to do lap dances, maybe. But since I was away from the studio and I was away from streaming for a bit. I do want to get a little bit more active and back in shape, so you'll see me do a bunch of stuff. What? Chair stuff debauchery? No, never. Nothing's debauchery. Nothing's scandalous. No, no. Nothing that I do has any potential for scandal at all. Nope. Pure, just wholesome channel here. Nothing sassy, nothing, at all, potentially scandalous. Wholesome channel. No, that Booba? What even is Booba? I don't even know. Okay, so hey gal? No, never. I have no idea what that is. There's no concept, no understanding of that at all. Absolutely, and I heard that if you, hold up your, two fingers on both hands, you'll be less likely to sneeze. And I keep on getting flipped around. So, I think that anyone that was here during the, Oh, absolutely. And I think that Ek even has a, an emote that shows off the, counter sneeze that I was, demonstrating just then, where he's got both of the, fingers up on both hands, so it looks like he, is just trying to suppress that sneeze. Quite a ways away. But we've got some planes. Speaking of Catherine, I actually ended up picking that up. It's not the full body version because they didn't have that on Steam, and they also didn't have it for the system that I was looking for. Aw, thanks. Thanks, processor. But I do have Catherine available on Steam. Obviously, the blonde hair... I don't really have the twin tails, so I can't really do that version of Catherine. I also don't have like an ash blonde straight wig, so I can't really do the other Catherine. could do Rin, but Rin's not even in, in the version of the game that I have. So I may end up just doing a variation. Oh, Strawberry. So, you know the last time that I was on stream and I was showing off the various strawberry-themed costumes that are available from Mick Costumes? I know. I may just do Rin, just for... Actually, wait. I don't even know if I have, like, a straight red... I've got the curly red one that I've got for Black Widow, but I don't know if I have the look for Rin. Aww. But I was showing off the different cosplays that they have available there, and I was also showing off some of the lingerie that they have on Mick Costumes, and I may or may not have ordered some from them. So let me see what the current status is on my order. I don't think it's even hit the what you call it, shipping stage yet. But I do have some strawberry decorated pieces coming in. I also have a succubus style bikini coming in. I may or may not have a strawberry maid outfit coming in, as well as Femo is definitely going to be excited about this one, a 2B from the Near Reincarnation version. I do have that cosplay coming in, and I have a swimwear swimsuit cosplay. Aw, don't be jealous. I just spend absolutely every penny that isn't tied down to bills into cosplay. I may have an addiction. I also have a pole addiction, so hopefully one day it'll start... Well, it's already started paying for itself. Doing the pole and cosplay together with your wonderful subscription, Femos as well, and the various others. I do know that we've got other folks that are subscribed and other folks that have dropped bits in and donated to the stream. Everyone is greatly appreciated. No one is under any obligation to spend anything on it, but if you do end up supporting the actual stream, it does go directly into the stream. It doesn't touch any of the bills. It doesn't go into any like treats or anything like that. Oh, that's exciting. So, any particular Disney character that you ended up getting on the bag and wallet, or just Disney theme in general, like the mouse logo? I mean, I treat myself, again, with my own kind of disposable income, but anything that I end up getting from the stream goes directly into cosplay. Like, it doesn't even touch, like, pole, because since I am starting to actually instruct over at the studio that I go to, that will actually kind of... I no longer have a membership to pay, so that's paid for itself. Ooh. Okay. Very cool. You know, some people might think that it's a bit of a distraction having James Wood as the voice of Hades, but I honestly think that he did a phenomenal job and it's just such a different characterization compared to like, some of the more traditional depictions, such
Enemy
as
presence
from
detected.
the
map has
Hercules
been
TV
updated.
show with Kevin Sorbo, or Xena Warrior Princess, where Hades is like this sad, tragic character, or some of the more serious depictions where
Enemy
he's
presence detected.
um,
The map analysis complete.
basically king of
Analysis
the underworld,
complete.
and you know kind of enjoys his
Analysis
job.
complete.
Oh yeah, that was a really good one as well. Um, yeah, the where he's the vampire hunter in like Mexico or something, and he's going around and just calling the
Analysis complete.
priest friend of his Padre.
Analysis
That was
complete.
definitely a
Guard post captured.
sorry about that, folks. Had to channel my inner quiet and just basically snipe everyone. So I actually have. I really enjoyed the. So I was a wee lass and borrowed a copy of Metal Gear Solid 1 back when I was in middle school, and I played through like hours and hours and hours of it. I then also played through the VR missions, and then as soon as the PlayStation 2 came out, I ended up. Fortunately, my dad is a big gamer too, so we kind of bonded over that, playing Metal Gear Solid 2. And then I ended up getting Metal Gear Solid 3 for the PS2 as well. 4, funny enough, Metal Gear Solid 4, I didn't end up getting until I got my PlayStation 3, which was back in like 2010, so like 4 years after the game had actually released. Played through that. Metal Gear Solid 5 is this one, so currently playing through. Haven't actually finished it, so no spoilers, please. I think I know the story, as well as sort of the twists, but that's just because of how old the game actually is. I don't know the ultimate fate of any of the actual characters, so couldn't really. So don't spoil what happens to Quiet. It is, but um, no worries. Um, it is predominantly stealth, but you can also. There are people that go in and have like a real fun time setting up all sorts of traps, and basically they'll put up like C4 in multiple locations and like strategically set it up where once they set it off, it'll end up
detected. The
basically
map has been
do a
updated.
domino effect of one will go off, and then the others kind of go off, and like they drop things on enemies. It gets really creative. I'm not nearly that good at it, so even though it's a stealth series, I really enjoy the game for some of the
detected. The map has
themes
been
and
updated.
storyline and story beats. For example, the idea of endless information without context is very detrimental, and we can actually kind of see that in real life where people are getting constant feeds of data like through social media as well as the news, and without like actual context it can sometimes end up like endless noise and people not really being able to form an opinion because they just don't have the ability to take it in either objectively or they're seeing it painted in a different way because of how or who's presenting it. So that's from Metal Gear Solid 2. Just the storyline of Metal Gear Solid 3. It's basically like a spy thriller movie, just in game form. You've got your crazy. Okay. Um, Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear Solid Snake is dropped into the jungle to basically find his or find someone and destroy the Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid Snake. So these are games that I didn't actually mention. These are Famicom games. These are games that are 8-bit graphics and Japanese only for the family computer. Metal Gear Solid Snake, they end up creating like a new bacteria that ends up creating oil based off, or it cleans up oil and makes like endless energy, and they end up sending Snake in to rescue the scientists that made it. Metal Gear Solid, the first game for the PlayStation that I played way back in middle school, that one, Solid Snake from the first two games is sent into a the Alaskan wilderness to a base where he has to basically fight his evil twin and destroy Metal Gear. It's basically turned into a stealth nuclear weapon, so it launches nukes without any way of tracing or stopping them. There's a lot of like double, triple crossing in that game that becomes sort of the hallmark of the series. Metal Gear Solid 2, it stars a different character named Raiden. He's basically sent in, and the ultimate end goal of the game is to destroy the new Metal Gear that's created to basically fight other Metal Gears, because the first couple of ones, they leak the plans out, and basically any crazy person or dictator that wants to have a Metal Gear, it's a walking battle tank. Basically, think Gundam, but like with nuclear missiles. Is released where any dictator that wants a Metal Gear can make a Metal Gear. So the U.S. military creates an anti-Metal Gear in the second game, and it's up to Raiden to destroy that one. All sorts of double crosses there. The third one, which is a really, really great one, is this character, Big Boss, Naked Snake, before he's actually called Big Boss, is a CIA operative. He's sent into the Russian wilderness to basically save a scientist that's defecting from Russia during the Cold War. He ends up where he gets double-crossed by his mentor, basically the woman that raised him. They all do tie together, I'm just trying to be light on some of the spoilers, but since the third game is like really, really good, I'm just gonna go over like the first little bit of it without spoiling too much. So Jack, John Doe, has to go in and basically figure out why his mentor betrayed the U.S. and ended up defecting over to Russia, as well as destroy a prototype Metal Gear. So this is technically taking place in the 1980s. The first two games take place in the 90s to 2000s, and the game Metal Gear Solid 3 takes place during the Cold War in the 60s. So it's all over the place timeline-wise. So basically, it's a bit of a mess to get into lore-wise, but I would definitely say if you're able to see like the cutscenes for Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, check those out, mainly because the story in that, again, plays out very much so like a spy thriller, because Naked Snake has to go in, infiltrate the Russian base, figure out why his, the boss, his, boss, betrayed her country, as well as work with a Russian double agent named Eva. She's hot. Could probably cosplay her. She's blonde as well, so that might actually work a little bit better there. Okay. They are... Let's see here. Yep, Raiden is the other... is the white-haired guy. And that is Metal Gear Revengeance, which is... in Metal Gear Solid 4, you go back to playing as Solid Snake, or Old Snake, because he gets, like, turned into an old man because he actually ends up turning out to be, like, afflicted with something relating to his backstory.
The CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our two men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Okay, so this is the general field of movement for that guy. General field of movement for that guy. Raiden is the star of Metal Gear Solid 2. He also has a large part to play in Metal Gear Solid 4. I would also recommend maybe not watching the whole thing of that, but the Raiden fights are amazing. I mean, they take a character that... because if you notice Snake here, he's... well, one, he's stinky because I haven't played the game in months. But he's, you know, a burly kind of action star. Raiden was a complete break away from the actual original mold. He was more of the Bishonen kind of look. Real pretty boy with the slender face, the white hair. And a lot of people that were big fans of Metal Gear Solid didn't like the second game. I liked it. Again, storyline-wise, it's a lot better. No worries, Strawberry.
The map has been updated.
So, Raiden... oh yeah. If you look at him, like, up close, you'll see that there are flies buzzing around him. And... oh yeah. I'd say definitely check out some of the cutscenes from Metal Gear Solid 2 if you want to see him in a skin-tight, what's called a skull suit. So basically, it doesn't leave too much to the imagination. And also, whoops, let me actually restart this. Whoops. yeah, you can actually go back to the base and take a shower. But I'm also kind of saving up the stink factor for a little bit of a bonus cutscene. Hopefully I can get through this mission
Two of our
fairly
intel team
quickly.
members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run. He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Please select a deployment point.
Oh, my gaming chair I still have. I just moved it off to the side
The
so
map
I
has been
could
updated.
do some poll stuff. And instead I was sitting on the red chair. And I'm back in the gaming chair real quick so I can
The map has been updated.
actually take a look at the game itself. A little bit up close. Let's see here. She's scouting out there. And give me just a moment, folks. Let me actually realize that my Trixie cup is empty. Sounds like I'm actually dying, so I'm probably going to have to restart the mission again. No! Okay. It's a little bit ridiculous, I will admit. Let me actually... Let's go ahead and abort the mission. So we're going to go back and go ahead and view that bonus cutscene. Oh, no. That was an NPC. Real quick, I'm actually going to call in a pickup. We're going to go back to the base because pretty sure that we'll be able to see the actual scene that I think we're due for. Let me actually... Let's see here... Quiet... I wonder what my actual affinity with quiet is currently.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
So, just out of curiosity, folks, Strawberry and Femo, this is a new mic pack that I have set up. Would you guys say that this is a good sound, or is the other one good? Just because I ended up getting this because it was a more of a name brand one instead of the sort of off-brand one that I had before. Alright. Okay, so that was probably when I turned off the microphone. Let's real quick try a different channel. Okay, so checking now. Oh, good heavens. What is causing the static then? Let's see here. Okay. Oh no! Okay, so real quick, let me switch something here then. Sorry, Barry! Let me go ahead and mute this real quick. Okay, so I think there's still some background static. Okay, one moment. Oh, okay. So this is on the original setup, and just wanted to see if this was any better in terms of static, but mic quality. Because I see the mic kind of like stutter a little bit. Let me listen with the actual monitor on. Okay, so there's something sub-audible. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Anyhow, let me... There we go. Okay. Let's resume. And we are going to bonus. I'm not able to hear the actual sound. Game audio. And checking something here. Sorry. And we're going to go with the speakers. Okay. Mute that a little bit so you can still hear it, but it's not drowning me out. Okay. Oh, good heavens. So, as you can see, I'm hanging out with, well, me. But this version of me is a little bit, shall we say, she got into some raspberry jam. But I do have the shoes that actually kind of are more accurate and on point with the model. And also, like I said, I do need to get brown instead of blonde. So let's real quick go ahead and go back to Mother Base. Like I said, we'll kind of go back to just see if we can see the bonus content. She's fine. Like I said, she just got into some strawberry jam. It's one of the optional costumes for her. Aw.
That's a bad example for the men. And he gets pretty lonely too.
Aw.
Come on, Edie.
Okay, so that was one kind of bonus cutscene. Again, it's been so long since I've actually been in-game. Pick up here. Oh yeah, DD is a really good boy. He can actually help in missions by tripping up bad guys. Right. Let's see if I can kind of trigger the other cutscene real quick. So basically, depending on the characters, the time away from the game, you can end up with all sorts of bonus kind of scenes and content. And one of the ones that I'm sure that some folks are going to want to see is the one that's a result of Snake being a little bit, like I said, a little stinky. When the flies are all around him. Yeah. And no, DD being there was not that scene that I was looking for. Let's see here. return to Mother Base. We're gonna go... let's see here. Let's go over here. Yes, here we go.
Nice work today, boss. Welcome back, boss. Another successful mission. Great to see you safe, boss. Snake, you stink.
So, oddly enough... So... There we go. So, yes, to actually kind of commission this cosplay, as well as to source the various pieces, figure out where the holes actually need to be on the stockings, I may or may not have had to watch that scene, as well as other ones, quite a few times. And also, you see that little hand there? Most people would assume that I'm going to give this guy a crisp salute, but if I push the right trigger button, I actually kind of grab him.
Thanks for that, boss.
And bumper. No, she does not. She does the humming thing, so... Nope, she's not humming currently. But there's actually a reason behind both her attire as well as the her actually being quiet within the game universe. So, but it's not exactly well received by the general public in terms of the justification of her costume, because it feels a little tacked on. I don't care though. Why there's so much booba? So, the reason for it is basically she was infected with a parasite. So yes, Quiet has worms. Wait, no, she doesn't have worms. But she's been infected with a parasite that ends up making her super fast, super strong. Her eyesight is like good enough where she can actually see the space between yeah, she might have the crabs. But she can basically see the actual propellers when a helicopter's propellers are in full spin, so she can shoot bullets in between without damaging the helicopter itself. But to get those powers, she had to essentially get infected with something that also makes her quiet. Other people that have been infected with the parasite basically can't speak a certain language, or they'll infect other people. Quiet, it's unknown if she's quiet because of that or quiet for some other reason. But yeah, because she was an enemy soldier with basically superhuman abilities, she basically kind of hangs out in the brig in between missions. So I think that as well probably doesn't exactly foster a lot of hope for Kojima being taken seriously as to, oh, this is perfectly justified as to why she's running around in a bikini and torn stockings. Yeah, they do. But because of that parasite, she can't actually eat food or drink normally, and she actually has to take in nutrients from the sun and drink through her skin. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's kind of a reason. So she has to have as much skin showing as possible so she can breathe, eat, and drink all through her skin. But the general consensus was that was a pretty weak reasoning for it. And so Kojima ended up, just saying, oh, the heck with it. And Konami was like, eh. So a lot of like social justice warriors, as well as folks that are like, fair representation in video games, don't like quiet because, again, the justification is kind of weak. Now, on the converse, or inverse, Yoko Taro, the developer for the Nier series and Nier Automata in particular, with 2B running around with a skirt that you can basically blow up, and she's got thick thighs to save lives and booba for days. Yoko Taro just fully admitted the reason why we've got her in thigh-high boots and a skirt that blows away into a thong. I like pretty girls. So, because Yoko Taro was just upfront with it, I don't know. So, let's actually, because we got to that, let's let's see here. Go back for a pickup. Absolutely. And you'll notice in the actual game, she doesn't always have the eye thing going on. Or the eye makeup, rather. But since it is one of the looks that she has because of the Parasite and her sort of powers being active, I decided to kind of go with that because it is sort of a more signature to quiet look. And because I do have work in just a little bit, I'm going to actually be cutting the stream. Hello, Venus. Hello, Strawberry BT. Let me real quick flip over to... So since we kind of saved that way, flip over to the poll. And let me go ahead and show off the cosplay. As well as, let me go ahead and pull something up over here. But also, prior to a little bit, unfortunately, I was only on for a little bit today, Venus Hime. However, I will be back on tomorrow, and I will be on again a little bit on Saturday, but mainly I'm building up some steam and some hype to be back on Tuesday. But here is the cosplay. I, as you can see, am quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5. So decided to show off the cosplay before bouncing out. No worries. I'll be on tomorrow, a little bit on Saturday, as well as Tuesday is my birthday, and I will be back then and on stream for quite some time, so you'll be able to pop in. I'll be on for multiple hours. I actually took the entire week off of work so I can enjoy a little bit of time to myself, but I'm mostly going to devote it to both streaming as well as polling at the studio and getting to a lot of cosplays that, or a lot of classes that I haven't been able to get to because work is in the way. So you'll see me streaming, you'll see me polling, and I'll show off all sorts of new fun tricks that I learn at the studio. Tuesday is, again, my birthday. No need to do anything special there, just kind of hanging out with you guys. I might do some cooking, might do some watching of some spooky videos, possibly. Definitely doing cosplay and poll. Haven't decided on which cosplays I'm going to go with. However, I do have a few other ones that might be here on time, might not. But as you can see, the harness stuff is from a military surplus store, so it is accurate to the period as well as to the actual cosplay, costume itself. So it's much better quality than I could actually have made on my own. But thank you all for showing up. I will see you tomorrow. I might do a repeat of Quiet. I might do a different costume altogether. I haven't quite decided. Probably going to play a little bit more Metal Gear Solid, or maybe some other games as well, just because it's been forever since I've actually played it. And since you guys last saw Quiet when she wasn't all decked out, going to give you guys a quick pose as Quiet from sort of that last little Horny on Main cutscene that you all saw. All right, thank you all so much for showing up, and you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.